Welcome, everyone. I have such a special guest, somebody who's really supported me so much in my journey of voice, of especially this past year of soul purpose and alignment when it comes to so many pieces of my own experience of service and really getting free, and these layers of it as they come. Nyasha has helped me so much. So welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here.
Yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit today about that, but I want to just give an intro and then I'm going to let you kind of take it away. But my intro is really more about those of you that are here listening and receiving this. And one of the main gifts that I feel from the ascension seed as a teaching is that everything is really an energetic exchange and transmission, and that there's a way that we can listen, with our mind, with our ears, and there's a way that we can receive with our soul, that there's some sort of way that we can just even shift in our awareness of where we're listening from. And so I just want to begin by asking everybody to just even take a deep breath and just let yourself really receive this as something that could shift, whatever wants to be shifted for you right now in this moment of your journey, and feeling the presence of love and in this deep and unconditional way that really transforms us, without us really having to do much other than show up. And I've really received that so much from your teaching. So on that note, we'll let you share, and in particular around our service and soul purpose and money, and how this whole series is all about our embodiment of divine love, right? It's like embodying Shakti, embodying that power and that strength and that grace, and also just that wild openness and devotion that we tune in with when we start to really go after what our purpose is. So anything you have
Mm.
to share on this, I know will be so beautiful. So,
Thank you for that beautiful introduction and invitation. And yeah, just inviting everyone receiving this to just take another breath and just deepen into your body and really open to receive this transmission that you are divinely aligned
mm,
to receive in this moment, these codes, this vibration of remembrance, this return to a deeper knowing of soul, of love, of your divine truth. Mm. So,
mm,
as many of us know, and maybe some of us are still finding out, we are here to serve love, true unconditional love. We're here to remember love, to embody love, to find love where it's hidden,
mm,
to love ourselves, to love each other, to be in devotional love to our creator, to the goddess.
mm,
And so much of the time, we feel our purpose is more complicated than this,
mm,
But it always comes back at its essence to how can we offer our love to the earth more freely, to humanity more freely. And the amount of love available to us is a reflection of our relationship to the love within, to our own love, to the love of our mother that exists in the deepest part of our being. So the more we calibrate to our truth and we shed the layers that bind the love within, the more we feel love that wants to overflow out, to elevate the collective, to encode the earth with the unique vibration of love that flows through each of us. And the more we feel that soul urge to share our love in creative, unique ways to us, the more we realize that we are called to expand into our power, into our soul scale, to let ourselves be bigger, to let our energy travel further. And as we open to express our energy in new ways, to allow ourselves to be more, we simultaneously open up to receive more. This is the beauty of this divinely intelligent multiverse we live in, which is governed by these universal laws. There is a law of reciprocity. And so the more we give, the more we receive. And we have to, in order to really receive the fullness that is available to us, the fullness of love that God wants to flow to us in all forms, money, opportunity, clients, soul recognition, support, intimacy, connection, all forms of love. The more we want to receive that, we get to become more available by elevating our worth, by communing more deeply again and again with the love within us to heal ourselves, to realize that we deserve everything, everything we could ever desire to experience from our soul is available to us. It's already ours. It's our divine birthright. And so the more we manifest our mission of serving love in our own unique way, and expand into our worth, and expand into our power, and expand into our scale, and let our energy travel further, the more we open to receive. And so there's this beautiful surrender to the giving of love in new ways, in bigger ways, the giving of love more freely, more unconditionally, from a space of embodied worth, of deep knowing of your innate value. And the energy you're sharing from that space is such a reflection of the truth of who you are. It vibrates with such fullness, with such rawness, where all parts of you are able to be expressed as perfectly imperfect, as human and holy, as divine. And you get to be all of you and receive for all of you, your shadow and your light, the parts of you that you think are wrong or bad, the parts of you think are worthy, all of it is worthy. All of it is worthy of being seen and expressed on the journey towards love, and when we allow our energy, all parts of us, not just the parts we deem, okay to be seen, to be witnessed, to be loved, when we let love travel to all parts of us, and that love frees our energy and frees all these different aspects of self from those confines of this prison we can live in, of which parts of us we feel are lovable and the parts that aren't lovable. And the more we break free from this conditional love prison, and we realize that all of us is lovable and all of us is worthy of love, and in fact the healing that we long for comes from allowing love into those dark places, those forgotten places, the places where we feel ashamed or unworthy, undeserving. The more we shatter those with the power of divine love, with the power of our intention to know true love, we let our own love feed into these dark places, and what's been dense suddenly becomes fluid, and there's an alchemy that takes place, and wound becomes gold, and we see that there's value in everything and that it's all purposed. And so there's no part of us that can truly be in the way of our journey of service, our journey of manifesting mission, of spreading love. In fact, every aspect of us is divinely purposed for our mission. And so we get to embrace the fullness and wholeness of who we are as human, holy beings. Our entire journey and every aspect of our personality, all the parts of us, those that are public and private, if it feels aligned for us to let it out into the world in a way that might serve, then we get to find the courage to be more of ourselves, to be seen for who we are, regardless of how we are received or perceived. Because on a soul level, everyone receives you in the way that is aligned for more love to unfold within their life and within yours, even if on the surface that exchange appears to be turbulent or triggering or fractured. When we allow ourselves to be more of who we truly are, it can only create more love and alignment for all, regardless of how it seems and appears to us or others. So we get to ground into that knowing that we're here to be us. We're here to share who we are, and in sharing more and more of our truth, all parts of our truth, all parts of who we are, as we change and grow, We allow love to flow to us in that process. We allow love to flow out of us. We allow ourselves to receive love, money, to receive more of the beauty of who we are. We become more of our unique self as we free ourselves from this conditioning of who our mind thinks we are supposed to be, the identity we've created. And we get to use that identity as a tool for liberation into more love by seeing the limits that it imposes upon us and knowing that we get to lovingly express our soul essence beyond those limits, and that we have the capacity to do things that we feel are way too hard for us, that trigger too much uncomfort in the body, that are painful. We get to do all of that. We can find the resilience, the tenacity, the devotion to love, to mission, to serving something greater than just this life, than just this self, to serving the divine, this immensely intelligent, complex consciousness that we are one with. There's a divine order to this all, and it is love. Love is the thread. And so when we let our energy come naturally into resonance with that journey of remembering love through everything, even when we can't see how love is being born, we trust, we remember. And so we allow love to spiral out from deep within us through everything we do. Even when it feels chaotic, we just know that there is a thread of love there, a thread of love that is becoming clearer. And we ask to be shown, and we continually return to allow love out, to allow love in, to find love, to choose love, even and especially when it feels hard, even when it feels like choosing love breaks us down into pieces. And this is actually the transformation we long for. If we trust love as our purpose, our one true purpose, the reason we are all here, it is so much more simple than we believe. We get to strip back all the layers of labels and identity. It doesn't need to be complicated. Know that you are worthy, immensely, infinitely worthy of sharing your essence widely, of having huge impact on earth, of all your dreams. You are so worthy of your dreams and so much more that you can't even perceive yet, because it's out of your realm of what is possible for you. God desires so much for you. God knows your true power, the infinite capacity within you, because you are an expression of God, of unconditional love. And so love is your anchor, it's your reason for being. And as you expand in your capacity to receive more, you also open yourself up to be more of who you are, to give more love, to share your gifts more, to live the life of freedom and ease that enables you to overflow, to be in a state of healing, of rest, of fullness, to experience the beauty of this world. Everything that supports you to serve, that brings you into a state of health and fullness and joy. Anything that supports you to feel full and alive and excited, all of this serves your divine mission. And so you get to choose those things. You get to be available for those things. There's so much beauty that wants to flow into your life. There's so much more that you get to be and choose and say yes to. More money, more love, more freedom, more intimacy, more connection. And it all stems from being more of who you are as love, from finding more of yourself again and again, in the small ways, in the small moments, in the darkness, in the light, in the breakthroughs, in the breakdowns, in the emptiness, in the fullness. You are there, your essence, your purpose. It's so much more simple than we often believe with the mind. So we can let go of those stories. We can feel the simple thread of love. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Inviting everyone to just really take a moment to feel this transmission in your bones, in your blood, in your flesh, in your heart.
Mm.
Allowing it all to land.
Mm.
Breathing it in deeper. Mm. Mm.
Mm. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Yeah.
inviting this to come through in the space for us all. Inviting you all to just give yourself a squeeze and a hug and just hold yourself, feeling the divinity that you are. Mm. Mm. Ah.
Bless you, and may everything that flows through you just flow back at you. You know, like when I was receiving that, I was just also imagining just like, you know, like this way of you know, permission of who you are and how you give. You know, I really feel the way it like it opens up that door, you know, for others, and we've had you share in our trainings, and you know, it's just it's so clear. So I'm grateful, and just yeah, just sending it all in this circle, you know, of you know, I love that you used the word soul urge at one point. I was just like, ooh, you know, like soul urge is such a deep, it's such a great way of kind of calling that, you know, forth.
Mm. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so powerful. I'm so grateful. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for inviting me into the space to share. Thank you
Yeah.
to everyone who's received.
Yeah, thank you everybody so much for tuning in and for being here to receive this, and may it serve you and everyone in your life and everyone that you're here to serve, you know, to keep this energy flowing and expanding, you know, because as we know, the world is very much in need of this um, vibration in the way that what you know you just shared, that it uniquely moves through you. You know, each and every person that receives this has this tremendous capacity to be who they are. So may this be a shift in that, you know, for all of us. So thank
Mm.
you.
Thank you.
Yes, blessings, everyone. See you soon.
Much love. Mm.